So for the last project, we are going to be doing something I call a side drilled bead. Now you're probably going, okay, how is this any different than the last two projects we've already done? And there actually is some difference from the hole being drilled through the side versus when we're dealing with the hole being either up and down or through the face. There's a couple different complications, and I'm actually going to show you two different ways to wrap this, and where those issues can come in when we're dealing with a side drilled bead. So just like the other two projects, we're going to start with our three main tools and our 0.6mm wire. And then obviously you're going to have to find yourself some beads that are usually like a longer teardrop shape with a hole drilled through the side. I mean, that hole could be drilled through the center, and this technique would probably work as well. But anything that is just drilled more from the side as opposed to front the face or top down. As with the other projects, you're going to start by putting your bead on first onto the wire so that we can conserve wire as much as possible. As far as which way is up, it's not urgent if you change your mind, because you can literally just flip it over as you're working. It doesn't really matter if you don't decide, but generally as I'm starting, I'll put the side that I think is my front facing, just straight up, and when I'm putting the wire, I'll just have it facing up towards me so that the wire is coming out to my right hand. But it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. So bead down, and we're going to do that top bail just like we have been with the other projects. So we're going to get our round nose pliers, start way up high up top, wrap around twice, stop, open, turn, get to that right angle, and do your wrap. Okay, and then we're going to tuck in that little pointy wire. Okay, so now we have a bead, but the wire is now coming out the side, so it looks kind of funny. And obviously, we know it's not going to sit that way. So the first way we're going to do this is to bring one wire to the back and one wire to the front. The thing with the hole being drilled through the side is that we essentially have to have things equal opposite. So it has to have a balance to it. When we have the hole drilled this way, a face drill, we always just go straight up and like this, and it's pretty easy. You also have that nice flat surface to pinch over top. When we're not, see, I have a long distance to kind of go over, so it's not quite the same quick pinch like a face drilled bead is. So the first way we're going to do this is you have to kind of guess a little bit more, and you have to wrap this up around the back and try and land up in the middle. So it might take you a few bends to be able to get that distance, but we're going to kind of try and pick the start and make like a swoop in the back here. So I'm just trying to line it up. I'm pulling on this other wire to kind of tighten up where I'm happy. You may have to take it out. You can get in there with your tools if it helps. You could re-straighten it out if you don't like it. You can kind of pinch the wire and go back in again, reset it, try again. It might take a few times to get it to sit in the middle where you like. So sometimes you can kind of pull and wiggle, and that should be pretty close. So I'm just looking at the back side here, and then I'm going to flip it over. So that's going to be ish where it is. So now with this other wire, we have to meet it in an opposite way. So if I just obviously came also to the back, then our piece is going to dangle forwards. So I now have to anchor it off in an opposite direction and come across the front. So I'm going to do sort of that same swoop, and I'm going to come up over top and anchor it backwards. And so I'm going to come back over, and so I'm really using my thumb to kind of push up underneath, and I'm trying to hook it under so that we get that nice and tight. So I have a swoop from this side and a swoop from this side. So it's kind of, like I said, coming opposite directions to be able to pinch it over that top, and then you're not really going anywhere. Now you can finish it how you see fit once you get that first anchored circle around the top. If you want to decorate it like this one, we did some little curlies on the front. You know, you could do anything you like. If you want to keep it more simple, you could just do some nice bold lines like this and just simply wrap it around. I kind of like maybe an even look. You could rewrap from the back over top, and so now we got kind of that crisscross shape here. And the hard part then is coming back up from that. But everything is a play, you know it? And sometimes it does benefit to cut the wire. So in this case, I kind of really want it to sit like that. So I'm going to actually utilize this hole. So I'm going to guess I need to go back through the bead and then a little bit of room to wrap. So I'm going to give myself like 2 inches here. And I'm going to clip my wire and I'm going to actually feed it back through the side hole here and give it a yank. And I'm trying to lay it down because otherwise if I wrapped it down and then up like this, I'm going to have like this loop that's going to catch and like lift this way. So I'm just going to give it a good little yank there. And now it's going to just stay that way. So now this extra wire, I just want to anchor it off because if I just clipped it hanging out of the hole, it's not actually going to do anything. So I'm going to bring it up to the top and wrap it around. So I didn't give myself quite enough to do the nice tight wrap, but you know what? Sometimes you can almost do a spiral on purpose. So this is a good teaching example that you can make things up as you go. So you can see I didn't actually do it tight here because I didn't give myself quite enough wire, which is why I'm usually try to not cut the wire, but you know what? Sometimes you just make it up as you go. And yeah, so I think it looks fine. We're going to tuck away that wire and we'll clean up the top so it sits nice and straight. That is method number 1, equal opposite. So we want to come from the front and the back. So let's clip this down and tuck it away. Same thing, you see how these lines get kind of sideways? We're going to go in and twist that here, just to open that up, straighten it out. And there we go. There is our method number 1. Okay, so method number 2, we're going to start exactly the same way. I have my bead face up. I'm going to do the end, and I'll meet you back there. Okay, so now we have our loop on the end, and we're sitting like this again. So the first one, we went up to the front and up to the back, and we met in the middle. This time we're actually not going to wrap that way. We're going to come up across the sides. So this takes a little bit more, once again, guessing game to kind of fiddle to get that to sit in the center. You can see how I'm not quite there yet. You have to kind of keep just tiny little adjustments to get it to sit how you want. Going up and down just a little bit. Like I said, you can get in there with your tools if you want to make small adjustments. I can see right here that I have a curve in this line that's kind of messing with me. So I'm just going to give it a squish. And that's going to sit better on the top. And you just keep fighting with it to get it to sit, and then you're going to yank up on this side and come to the other side, and same thing, we're just going to anchor it off in the middle. So with this technique, you now have a different complication. And so when we're stuck like this, if we leave it like this, depending on the piece, this one actually, it's pretty wide, so it's not too loose, but if you get a thinner one or you do a little bit looser on the top, it will want to sway. So you can already see it does lean. And now this isn't the end of the world because once it's sitting on a bust, it will sit this way and it will hold itself. But just be mindful that it tends to want to swing. You can see now it popped off. And so if you want to prevent that swinging and you want to anchor it into your spot better, you're now going to have to use your decoration and wrapping to be able to prevent that. So this one, because we started on the front and the back, that is what anchored it there and stopped it. So any decoration was purely just for the sake of your own choice. This one, if you don't want it swinging, you actually have to decorate with intention to stop the swinging. So then you essentially have to do the same thing, that equal opposite. So we almost have to create four corners. So we did from these two sides. Then if we want to stop that, we would have to go from the front and the back now. So if I come down on the front, maybe we'll add some coils here with that. So I got a coil there. And then I'm going to come up to the top, wrap it around once, come down across the back. So you just kind of keep, whoops, sometimes things get pulled as you go too. Squish it back. And now I'm going to make another coil here. So you just have to craft with a little more intention to be able to hold it down. So we're going to leave it like that. And now I think I'm going to come up from the back side and finish my wrap. So now I'm going to finish that neck nice and tight. And there we go. So now it's nice and secure and it's not going to flop around on you. Clip that off. And open it up. So there we go. So as you can see, every piece is going to be a bit of its own unique challenge sometimes. So just because it does have a hole doesn't mean it's going to work quite as smooth and as easy as the previous one. So a side drill hole, you have to be a little bit more mindful of equal opposites. So keeping things in opposite directions in order to anchor it off.